Let's speak about HCMC stock, baby. What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. I am not a financial advisor. I got the clothing line to prove that fact. And today we're speaking about one of the hottest penny stocks that is out there as of this moment in time. Now, I made a video on these guys only a couple of days ago, titled quite boldly, "Can HCMC stock really 250x and hit $1 a share?" And you will see that the feedback on that video has been huge. We're at 45,000 views in less than 2 days. A lot of likes on there. And whenever I see that we get this much momentum behind a stock, I always like to make at least one more video on it. And in this video in particular, I think I did a really good job of showing why people are investing in the company. And you know, the hype that's getting behind them. It's all about the lawsuit, etc, etc. What the future of the company could actually look like in a best case scenario world, okay? So that was what that video was really about. Just yesterday, this came out. Healthier Choices is an overvalued grocery and vape store chain. Written by Gold Panda, okay? So all respect to Gold Panda, but what I want to do is I want to share this article with you because I think it's really important to get both sides of the story. And you know, I'm sure if Gold Panda watched my video, he'd be able to provide arguments for all of the points that I brought up. And I want to go through everything that Gold Panda has to say and give arguments for, you know, the people who may be bullish. Now, I do think in the last video, I made it quite clear. This is an extraordinarily high-risk, high-reward company. You could lose absolutely everything you invest in these guys. And again, I like to make it very clear that I am in these guys with a very small position. It was less than 1% of my overall portfolio. I'm up over 250%. I haven't sold anything, and I don't really plan on selling anything. I put in a very small amount so that I can just hold it and let it do whatever it wants to do. But that is really what we're going to be speaking about today, is this article right here that's coming from the eyes of a bear. Because again, guys, I can't stress how important it is to do this. Whether it is a penny stock or a speculative investment, or if it's a dividend stock or a long-term growth stock, you shouldn't just look for bullish people like myself. You should look for bulls and bears. You should try get this full picture and then ultimately form your own thoughts and opinions. So I'm going to try to help paint that full picture today. Now, aside from that being the main thing I want to do in today's video, I do also want to show you guys the recent price action. And I mean, you can see when this all started happening, we had big ups, big downs, some sideways movements. Ultimately, we're in a quite nice uptrend, but we can see we have been coming down a little bit. So I want to try and give you guys some interesting price points to look towards. Maybe you want to start a small position, or maybe you want to exit your position. So towards the end of the video, we will indeed go through that price action as well. But that is what I want to speak about today, my friends. Now, again, I'm not going to be going through why we are excited about this company. If you want to do so, just look at this video here. So, my friends, right before we do get into the video, can I please ask you to hit that juicy like button? Maybe drop me a comment down below. Let me know, are you involved in this company? Did you invest? If so, what price did you get in at? I was in at 0.0013. I know a lot of people were in at 0.0001. There's some people who are up like thousands and thousands of percents. It's crazy. If you are indeed new around here, please, my friend, could I ask you to hit that juicy red subscribe button. We're really trying to get to 100,000 subs. We have some momentum behind us. Let's keep it going. Also, my friends, if you are interested in joining the private Discord group, that is the first link in the description. In there, you get to join a community of over 2,600 investors. You get access to all of my buy and sell alerts for my long-term positions and my short-term positions. Again, I did call these guys at 0.0013. We made a call yesterday on CLIS that went up over 80%. We called CCIV at 1280 something. I mean, we make a lot of baguettes, baby. That's what we do over there. And if you'd like 2 free stocks on Webull, that's the second link in the description. You got to sign up, deposit $100. Really is that simple. So my friends, let's start it off. So a summary on the company. The company operates several grocery and vape stores and is valued at more than $800 million as of time of writing. And I want to say the valuation is nuts. It's insane. However, the business is unprofitable and Healthier Choices had a negative working capital of about $4.2 million as of September 2020. The main driver behind the company's soaring share price seems to be high retail investor interest, which emerged a few weeks ago. The primary reason is because of this lawsuit that is going on and the fact that, you know, we could essentially get rich off Philip Morris. Let's be honest, that's what a lot of us are betting on. Many investors seem convinced that Healthier Choices has a chance to win a patent infringement lawsuit against Philip Morris, which I think is unlikely. So it'll be interesting to hear from somebody who thinks it is unlikely. So he goes on to say they recently secured $5 million funding at a 150% premium to its share price. It's unusual for a small company on the OTC to raise equity at such a high premium, so I decided to take a deeper look. Now, we were looking at these before this happened, but still. So the majority of their revenues comes from its grocery business. The company has an 18,000 square foot natural and organic grocery store in Fort Myers in Florida, which operates under the Ada's Natural Market brand. It also operates 3 stores under the Paradise Health and Nutrition brand in Florida. So I mean, this is something I touched off in the very first video I made about this company, but if any of you guys watched that one, you know, I don't really care about this right now. That's not why I'm investing, and let's be honest, it's not why you're investing either. This isn't a company that we look at and we value in a traditional sense, okay? We're not valuing Johnson & Johnson here. We're not playing a dividend stock. We're not playing a well-established company here. We are playing momentum. We're playing hype. We're playing potential. So, like, we don't need to be too concerned with these things. Let's be honest, the reason we're investing, or more so the reason that we're trading, is because of the lawsuit. The company's business has been affected by the Rona, okay? It was going smoothly before that. In 2019, Healthier Choices was looking at around $1 million per quarter. Looking at the balance sheet doesn't look fantastic either. The company had about 14.4 million in assets with a negative working capital of 4.2 million as of September 2020. Not great at all. So how does a small company with an unprofitable business get valued at over 800 million? The answer is a lawsuit and retail investors. So in 2019, they launched a patented device for vaping concentrates under the Q Unit brand. And now this is why we are, you know, taking a risk on this play. The company has filed a patent infringement lawsuit against international tobacco giant Philip Morris in relation to this. That's exactly what my last video was about. IQOS is very popular on the international stage, and Philip Morris claims it has already sold devices to 12.7 million people worldwide. That's a lot, my friends. Now, here's an interesting one. I don't think Healthier Choices has the resources to drag on this Philip Morris lawsuit for long, and the company could be hoping for a quick settlement. And I agree, again, if you look at that balance sheet, they can't go into this lawsuit for the next 2-3 years. It's not going to make any sense. They want it to be done quick. But again, I think that's something that most informed investors will be aware of. It seems the news for the lawsuit has sparked significant retail investor interest in the company, although it picked up steam just 3 weeks ago on Reddit. This is the moment the share price of the company started roaring, and you can really see that. It just goes on to say it has a lot of attention on social media right now, Reddit and Twitter in particular, but yeah, that's the way these hype penny stocks work. Investor takeaway. Healthier Choices is a small retailer of organic groceries and vape products, but it hasn't managed to develop the profitable business so far. In November, they launched a patent infringement lawsuit against Philip Morris. For some reason, it's soared over the past few weeks. The only major issue for the bear thesis is an unlikely scenario in which Healthier Choices manages to win its lawsuit against Philip Morris, or the latter enters into a settlement worth over 700 million. So we can see the bear thesis here. Like, I don't think much of a thesis was really put across, just the very obvious points were brought up. Nobody's investing in this company for their grocery. Nobody's investing in them for their balance sheet. We honestly don't care. We're investing in them because of this lawsuit. Now, you don't think it's very likely. I think it could go either way. I obviously don't think it's guaranteed, or else I'd be in with a very big position as opposed to a very small position. I think it's very high risk. But if you go into this with solid risk control, if you go into it with a solid risk-reward ratio, there can be a lot of money made here. An awful lot. And they have a very good lawyer on their side. The international law firm Cozen O'Connor has been engaged to represent HCMC in this matter. I think as long as you go into this and you understand that if the lawsuit doesn't go the way we want, we lose money. I think as long as you understand that, it's absolutely fine. It is being moved purely by retail investors. It is being moved by Reddit, by YouTube, by Twitter, by hype, by momentum, by hope. And I understand that's not the way that we traditionally invest. That's not the way that we traditionally value long-term companies. But that is not what we're doing with HCMC, okay? So I think that's enough on that. We read through the bear thesis. We see there's not too much to it. Basically, they just think HCMC won't win. And of course, that's a possibility, but I think all of us are aware of that. Now, the next thing I want to do is just go through this price action relatively quickly. So again, this really is where things started to pick up. We go back towards the start of February, you know, and a lot of people started buying on the way up. I mean, me, myself, where was I getting in? Somewhere around here, but I think it was even further back. And you will see a lot of the guys on Reddit, etc. were actually getting in all the way back here. And there was a lot of people who were getting in way before all of this as well, who have been holding these shares for a long time. And you know, we've had some weird price action. We have some huge moves up, some huge moves down. But let's just focus on the more recent price action, my friends. So right back here, you can see we had this nice move from about 0.0014-ish. So, you know, a lot of us had got in right around here. A lot of us are maybe up, let's say, 10-15%. Some of the early guys are already up hundreds, if not thousands of percent. And we've got this really nice run up. A lot of people start to find out about this company. We have this fast pullback. But then, what I find very interesting is we start a really solid uptrend. And I mean, it's really solid, guys. Look, we have upward movement, we've consolidation, we've downs, we've ups. We don't have gaps. It's quite odd to see a chart that looks this healthy. Until we reach the very top, we see a sharp pullback, an upward move. Now we start to see a downward formation. And unfortunately, you will see a little bit of a gap created here, about 0.0043. Now, that's not too far away from where we are at all. And it's a very, very small gap. But this gap here would lead me to believe that, you know, maybe we should be respecting this area of support right now, which also happens to be right near 0.004. And you will see we had this same area of consolidation, this same area of support. We bounced off it so many times in a row on 2 separate occasions now. So I think right at 0.004 is a very interesting price point to be looking towards. But I also want to point out it's a penny stock. So just because we break below, that doesn't mean we have to come back above it. I mean, it can smash through it and come back up. Look at some of the moves this company has. But that is one interesting place to start looking towards, and it's not too far away from where we are right now. Obviously, on the other hand, we have the highs of 0.0065. We have this steady downward trend. You could argue we're going to have a descending wedge forming here, which could lead to a breakout. I would watch it closely, but again, guys, I wouldn't be overextended in a company like this. It's just not for me at all. But my friends, that is my update on HCMC. I really just wanted to bring you guys through this article, give you guys a bit more of a full picture. If you watched this video all the way till the end, you, my friend, are a true legend, and I really do appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. Your support means the world to me. If you did enjoy today's video, could I please ask you to hit that juicy like button, drop me a comment down below, and please, my friends, subscribe if you're new around here. All of that would help me out so much. And again, if you are interested in that private Discord group, it is the first link in the description. We get a lot of juicy baguettes in there, baby. And if you want those free stocks on Weeble, that's the second link. Anyway, guys, I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. I'll see you in another video very soon. Peace.